Zohran Mamdani has the billionaires absolutely terrified. They are horrified. They are desperate to do anything and everything they can in their power to try to stop this man. So they've tried some, last-minute Hail Mary passes, Hail Mary smear campaigns, but man, are they all coming up short. So first, let me show you this here. 26 billionaires have spent $22 million to stop Zohran from becoming New York City's next mayor. So this was a Forbes report. We actually have a bit of a list here. Michael Bloomberg has spent $8.3 million. Joe Gebbia has spent $3 million. The Lauder family, literally from Estee Lauder, the fucking makeup company, $2.6 million. Bill Ackman, the professional tennis player, $1.75 million. The Tisch family, $1.2 million. And this list goes on, but there's literally a Alice Walton on the list, spent $200,000. The Durst family, not Fred Durst from Limp Bizkit, but the very wealthy Durst family, spent $110,000. Ken Langone, that's the Home Depot asshole, spent $100,000. And so, this is who funds Zohran's opponents, right? There was originally Eric Adams, Andrew Cuomo, and Curtis Sliwa, the Republican. Now we're down to Sliwa, Cuomo, and Zohran. But basically, everybody on the other side of Zohran is a fucking psyop. Everybody on the other side is propped up by billionaire money. There is no organic grassroots support for these people. They're all totally propped up, astroturfed by the billionaires. And, this is at a time when Zohran basically just shot to superstardom, where, his on-the-street videos and his repeated message of economic populism and affordability has just cut through, and he's a fucking superstar. I mean, I think in the betting markets now, he might be over 90% to win, and I think early voting just started. So the billionaires are losing their mind, and they're spending over $20 million to try to stop this guy, even though they kind of realize, they're basically flushing that money down the toilet, because, he's almost inevitable at this point. They could have spent this money and, given it to fucking food banks or something to make sure that their fellow New Yorkers can fucking, eat a meal. But instead, no, they wanted to stop their taxes from increasing fucking 2%, by the way. 2%. But they are so desperate. Let me walk you through some of the last-minute smear campaigns. So here's one, and I'm not kidding about this. They said, "Can you believe Zohran ate at an expensive restaurant, bro?" What? So they tried to do, compare. Here he is sitting on the subway eating rice with his hands, which is another thing, by the way, that the conservatives lost their fucking minds over, that, Zohran was eating rice with his hands. But here he is on the subway doing that. And then here he is when there were no cameras and he was eating at a restaurant where the bill was probably over $160. This is how little dirt you have on this man, is he ate at an expensive restaurant, and that's supposed to make everybody go, "I'm done with him now. How dare he? Now I'm going to go for the serial sexual assaulter." What are you doing? All right, we also have, they found a clip of Zohran's dad correctly saying that Hitler was admired by the policies of the United States. And they're like, "Oh, he's disqualified for this." Okay, first of all, Zohran is his own man. He's not his dad. Second of all, his dad is factually right. Now, you can cry about that, you can whine about that, you can moan, but that's all that's going to happen, because they're right, and we're going to proceed here. Then we also have, we discussed this previously, but he took a picture with this imam, and they tried to say, oh, he was like a co-conspirator of somebody or knew somebody who partook in the 1993 World Trade Center bombing, so they're trying to smear him, guilt by association type stuff, where they're trying to say he's in Al-Qaeda. Meanwhile, Donald Trump was cutting deals with the new fake leader of Syria. I say fake because it was an illegal coup that overthrew Assad. But this new leader was literally in Al-Qaeda. That's not opinion. That's not conjecture. That's not, it's not some gray area where I'm making it more black and white than it is. No, the dude was fucking literally in Al-Qaeda. And Trump's taking pictures with him. And he's literally been asked about him. And he says, guy had a rough past. He had a rough past. So this is what we're talking about here, and we'll get to a story later on, by the way. They're working with ISIS-affiliated gangs. The White House and Israel are working with ISIS-affiliated gangs in Gaza because they're fighting Hamas for the IDF. And so they're literally allying themselves with Al-Qaeda and ISIS as they smear Zohran and pretend like he's somehow Al-Qaeda. Gee, I wonder why they're trying to make that connection with Zohran. Could it be because he's Muslim and that's enough in the minds of these fucking disgusting Islamophobic bigots? Jesus Christ. And then finally, this is my favorite one of all the pathetic smear attempts at the end. They go, he's a Nepo baby. You have got to be kidding me. He's running against Andrew Cuomo, whose daddy was the governor. What are you talking about? Oh my God. What are we going to do with these people? What are we going to do with these people? Then the right's also making shit up, trying to say Zohran gave a speech where he said his aunt was afraid to wear the hijab after 9/11 on the subway. She didn't want to get harassed. And they said, well, your aunt actually didn't live in the city at the time, so therefore the story's totally made up. It's like the way that these people, bro, become such fucking nitpickers because they have absolutely nothing is astonishing to me. It's so obvious to me that this is a clear example of, if you're not careful, the media will have you hating the people trying to make your life better, and loving the people who are trying to make your life worse. That's what's happening. It's like the New York Post is all in on smearing this guy. Why? Because they're doing the bidding of the fucking millionaires and billionaires who are desperately trying to get rid of Zohran Mamdani. All right, and then I also have this for you. Ready? Israeli intelligence is working for the Cuomo campaign. Least surprising thing ever, because Cuomo was part of the legal defense team for Netanyahu. The open genocidal war criminal who's like modern day Hitler. Well, that's what this is, right? Like, he worked for them, now they're working for him. The IDF and Mossad have infiltrated his campaign, and he's happy to have them there. So here's another, this was a New York Post piece, ready? Anti-Semitic activist Linda Sarsour, she was like the boogeyman of the right for a very long time, the boogie woman, I should say, isn't just playing a big role in Zohran's New York City mayoral campaign. She's been a political mentor and close friend of the Silver Spoon Socialist for nearly a decade and helped guide his far-left hatred of Israel, according to a foreign intelligence report and critics. Really? See, I think it was probably the occupation that did that. I think it's probably witnessing a live stream genocide for the past 2 years, which played a role in that, personally. Mamdani's propensity for making pie-in-the-sky Marxist campaign promises date back to his high school days when he made a failed bid for student government with a Fresh Juice for All campaign. By the way, let me just say, I guarantee you they're making literally all of this up. This is totally made up. However, it was the Hamas-supporting Palestinian-American firebrand Linda Sarsour who helped nurture the 34-year-old into the radical mayoral frontrunner he is today, according to a Foreign Intelligence Service report obtained by the Post. Jesus Christ, man. Let's understand, the real reason, guys, why they hate this man is because he's a Muslim immigrant democratic socialist that just won the primary to be the Democratic mayor for New York City. That's why they hate him. He's a Muslim immigrant democratic socialist. He also crushed the opponents. He won in the first round in ranked choice voting when literally only one of 32 polls had him winning in the first round. And his working class support was dramatically underestimated. So the real reason they're trying to take him down is because he ran on freeze the rent, build affordable housing, crack down on bad landlords. Let's have city-owned grocery stores for affordable food for people. Let's have free buses, free childcare. Like, this is what it's actually about, y'all. This is what it's actually about. Is, oh my God, this guy's going to prove to people that democratic socialism actually works and is enjoyed by all and would lead to higher taxes on the wealthy. And God forbid that the wealthy get an extra 2% tax on their asses, and that money's used to, like, feed children. They'd rather have your fucking kids starve, and they'd rather go buy some new designer fucking Versace bags or Balenciaga bullshit or a new yacht or some shit. Like, this is where we're at. We're in a new Gilded Age, and this is class war. And the billionaires are waging the war on us, and the working people have yet to fight back. Well, maybe shot across the bow here would be electing Zohran Mamdani. But final thing, I wanted to show you this as well. AOC, Bernie, and Zohran, and a few friends tonight in Queens. They had a rally in Queens, and look at, this is for, guys, this right here is for a mayor race. This is for a mayor race. And this looks like a presidential event with the number of people that showed up. I mean, this is colossal. This is colossal. I think Hassan was there, which, by the way, he's another one they try to use to smear Zohran. They keep having Andrew Cuomo say, oh my God, he hasn't even denounced Hassan Piker. I think Stavros was there, the comedian. This is the future right here. And I think on some level, deep down, they know that, which is why they are whining and crying and bitching and moaning and melting down and just launching the most limp attacks I've ever seen in my life against Zohran, a guy who simply is running by saying, can we make things a little better? Can we maybe, like, make decisions that help working people just a little bit? Can we maybe be against genocide? Can we do that? And that is a fucking bridge too far for the cretin, vile right-wingers that are ruining this country. Hey, y'all, do me a favor and like and subscribe. It helps out big time in the algorithm. Click the bell as well for notifications when videos drop, and watch that video on screen right now. You know you want to.